everyone. Welcome back to the Birdie Briefing. This is your Birdie Buzz for the week of October 6th. I'm Marie, and here's your front page snapshot of women's golf. A record-setting win in Hawaii, lineup changes ahead of the International Crown, fresh faces earning LPGA cards, and a familiar favorite starts a brand new chapter off the course. So let's dive in. First up, Hawaii delivered sunshine, drama, and a record-making performance. That's right. If you were not watching, you surely have heard by now that sponsor invite Yumin Wang won big at the Lotte Championship. She had a 10 under day at round 2, and then on her final day, she finished with 5 under after having 5 birdies in her final 6 holes. She really wanted it, and she got what she wanted. She, in addition to winning first place, she earns $450,000 and is given the option to take immediate LPGA membership. She had planned on doing Q School next year, but she doesn't have to anymore because of her win. She can now have automatic entry into the LPGA. She has elected to wait until 2026 to start on the tour, which makes a lot of sense. The year's mostly over. And I did check because amateurs aren't allowed to win money if they are invited, but because she was a sponsor invite, she's allowed to take home that $450,000, which is really something else. Yumin Wang did an amazing job, but who is she? Where'd she come from? So she's a 22-year-old from Korea. She is on the KLPGA Tour. One of the announcers said that she was rated the favorite player on the KLPGA Tour by fans based on how she played. I mean, really, a 10 under day is just something that I don't think I've seen yet this year on the tour. It really is a spectacular accomplishment. And again, she was competing on a sponsor exemption. One of her main sponsors in Korea is Lotte, who was, of course, sponsoring this tournament in Hawaii. So what a huge win for her. I think it fits really well into kind of the story we're seeing this year in the LPGA. Again, first, we have a new winner, right? We don't have a repeat yet. We've had 26 different winners out of 25 events this year over the last 8 months. There's just immense parity and talent on the tour right now. I think it's also telling that Yumin Wang, she's not even a tour player, right? She's not even an amateur. She's on the KLPGA. We've talked a lot this year about the strong rookies coming out of Asia, specifically Japan. The Japanese rookies, the EY sisters, have been really on fire this year. But again, the KLPGA also is creating these huge talents. Wang was the first non-LPGA member to win on the LPGA Tour since Ryo Takeda took home the Toto Japanese Classic title last year in November of 24. So I guess this type of thing happens every year. It seems really wild to me that she won. I could not believe it. But she had a fight. Let's look at who else was at the top. I mean, I think what was really fun about this tournament, especially on day 4, I just happened to turn it on, just happened to be home. I guess I did watch almost every day. The 6 to 9 p.m. Central Time slot really worked well for me personally. But Hyuju Kim, another Korean player who's been on the tour much longer, she had a second place finish. I really thought she might win. I think she was winning going into day 4. She had an amazing day, had this really great birdie from just off the green on the last day, but she got solo second place. She was just one behind Yumin Wang. I guess Yumin Wang is a huge fan of Hyuju, so it's kind of crazy to beat your idol. I'm sure that was a wild experience. In third place, we had Minami Katsu out of Japan. We've seen her. She's been playing well this year, but this was her third place finish was her best result of the year. So that was really great to see. She was also just one behind, I believe, at -15. And then at -14, we had a few women tied for 4th. That includes Nelly, Korda, Akie, EY, Payon, and Pravaznik. So we had, a lot of wonderful talent, just, 1 point, just a couple points behind the lead. It really was anyone's game on day 4, which is just a really exciting golf. And what made it even better was that the coverage on the Golf Channel was spectacular. It was so good. It was notable. And I want to talk about it. I want to give them their props because they had behind the ball putt cameras, which we don't see a lot in the LPGA. I can't recall the last time I really saw that. And we saw it like regularly with different players. And that was another thing. They kept cutting because everyone was kind of in contention to win for the last few hours of this tournament. They kept showing a lot of different players that were in the top 15 or so, which was really great to see. And they even had at one point, I can't remember who the two players were. I think it was Katsu and Hyuju, were both putting for birdie on different holes at the same time. And they showed both of them at the same time, picture in picture. And they both made their birdies, and it was unbelievable. But it was just like, what is going on? Like, not only is it so close and these players are so good and they're all like, anyone could win. Who knows who's going to win? And then here comes, Human with birdie after birdie after birdie to take the win, which was just crazy. But really, it was really seamless. It was really fresh and special, and it was just really impressive. Great coverage. It's really what we want more of. It let the game itself be as engaging as it actually was. It was really well executed. Great job, Golf Channel. Thank you for doing that, because that really highlighted how amazing these women are and how fun women's golf can be. So really, thank you for that, Golf Channel. It was awesome. And what's next? So the women will be heading to Asia for the 5-event fall swing that starts this Thursday. They are starting with the Buick LPGA Shanghai. Of course, we'll be covering it over at the Birdie Briefing on our Instagram or online on our website, birdiebriefing.com, so you can follow along. But really, the Lotte Championship was amazing. Yuman Wang made history. The LPGA hit 26 winners, 25 events. And Pajaree really continues to be the story of 2025. The talent pool is deeper than ever, and it's only getting better. So amazing. If you were lucky enough to watch along, I'd love to hear about your experience or what you thought of the coverage, because I thought it was really cool. Next up, Nelly Korda withdraws from the International Crown. She's been battling neck spasms and a grueling schedule all year, and now she said enough's enough. So what's interesting is, right after her round concluded at Lotte, she was in contention. She got 4th place, tied for 4th, but she really had a great day. Some tough putts that didn't quite go her way, but she was on it. She was playing really well. So right after she ended, during the interview, she said, and this is a quote, "Yeah, it's tough. I would say by this time of the year, my body is definitely worn down. I do have some injuries I've had in the past that kind of linger, that are never fully resolved, that you still do PT on every single day. You do therapy. So making sure you're 100% with your body, or as 100% as you can be, is always the end goal going into kind of the first day of the event." So, like I said, she's had some neck spasms this year and migraines last year. But after, saying that, your body's never really 100% this time of the year, she was then asked when LPGA Tour fans could expect to see her again. And she replied, "Obviously, International Crown and in Florida." So that was just on Saturday. She had, again, tied for 4th at Lotte. She seemed pretty dead set on going to International Crown. And then today, the LPGA announced some change-ups, and her name was off the list. So I wonder if something happened, or if she just, maybe needs an emotional/mental break from the tour. I wouldn't blame her. She has been in contention a lot. She's playing so well. Almost better if you look at her statistics, are even better than last year. And then to still be without a win this late in the game, I'm sure that's tough. And if you add in the physicality, but I have a feeling Nelly wouldn't be one to just drop out of the International Crown just for her ego. I wonder if there really is something else going on. So I wish her a speedy recovery. Hopefully we still see her in Florida. Yealimi No, American, will be taking her place. She'll be joining Angel Yin, Lauren Coughlin, and Lilia Vu on the American team at International Crown, which is in late October. It's in just a few weeks over in Korea. Yealimi No, of course, has won this year. She is one of our 26 winners. She won at the Founders Cup in February. She's also had 4 other top 10 finishes. She's earned almost $1 million this year. I mean, really, Yealimi No's been in the mix. Yealimi. She has some great outfits too. She's always fun to watch. So I'm looking forward to seeing her at the Crown. Other big news out of the Crown is another switch up, this time on the Thai team. Patty Tavatanakit will be stepping aside from the team. Again, the Thailand team won last year. They were going to have the same team again this year, hoping for a repeat. But Patty said that she has some injuries and will be stepping aside. I don't know if she's done for the rest of the year or just for the Asian swing. She is being replaced, though, by another excellent player, Pajaree Anannarukarn. She is 87th in Rolex rankings, 56th in race to the CME. She joined the tour in 2019. For both Nelly and Patty, it's not easy to step back, but sometimes the best strategy really is rest. So, especially for these athletes with such a grueling season, hopefully we'll see both Nelly and Patty back in Florida, stronger, healthier, and ready for the CME run. So, wish them both luck as they heal this fall. Another story, next up, the pipeline to the LPGA just got an injection of fresh talent. That's right, the 15 new Epson Tour graduates have been announced and are heading to the big leagues next year. Of course, there are lots of different ways to join the tour. See above, Yuman Wang winning on the tour and thus getting an automatic tour card. But most people go through the Q school. They go through qualifying school, which for the LPGA is the Epson Tour. And there are 15 spots available, and there's point system, and it's complicated. And I think this deserves a separate podcast episode. But I think it's at least worth sharing the names and congratulating the women. There are 15 players, like I said, 8 are American. So we have Melanie Green, Yana Wilson, Gina Kim, Sophia Schubert, Brianna Chacon, Riley Smith, Haley Cooper, and Ann Chen. We have from Japan, we have Erica Hara. From Israel, we have Letitia Beck. From South Korea, we have Minji Kang. Mexico, we have Isabella Fierro. From China, we'll have Michelle Zhang. And then from Spain, we'll have Carla Tejada Mule. So that is a lot of fresh talent that will be joining the tour, upping even more so the talent that is coming in. Of course, we've talked a lot about the Japanese rookie class this year. I think that there's a lot of fresh talent out there, also in our own backyard here in America. I look forward to watching these women. 8 Americans, 7 international players, endless potential. The class is looking stacked and ready to make some noise. So I really, like I said, we'll do a deeper dive when there's some downtime after the season ends to talk about who will be joining the tour and what we can look forward to. I think all of these women deserve a full breakdown of who they are, how they got there, and what we can expect to see from them. But finally, our last story of the day, a little off the course news that might warm your heart. Major champion and Swedish player Pernilla Lindberg is about to become a mom. So Pernilla Lindberg, like I said, is from Sweden. On September 23rd on her Instagram, she announced that she and her husband, Daniel Taylor, were expecting their firstborn child in March of 2026. She is 39 years old. She's been on the tour since, I believe, 2010. And she praised the moms that are on the tour, but said that she never really imagined herself being a mom on the tour. So she's going to step away from golf completely. The Lotte was her last tournament that she participated in. She said that she was really ready to enter this new chapter of her life. That's a long time on tour. I can understand why she's sort of ready to step away and not willing to juggle being a working professional athlete and a mom. So she has had a storied career. She did win a major. She won what is now called the Chevron Championship in 2018. She also has contributed to the tour in other ways. She served as a player director on the LPGA Board of Directors, which gives tour athletes the opportunity to represent their collective interests alongside key decision makers. So again, a champion on and off the course. Congrats to Pernilla and David on their biggest win yet. I want to see pictures of that baby. I'm sure she will post them on Instagram. It's been a week of changes and momentum, new winners, fresh faces, and one legend stepping back to start a new chapter. Next up, the Buick LPGA Shanghai as the fall swing kicks into gear. I'm Marie, and that's your Birdie Buzz. See you next week.